introduce me to Athena, the octopus, I felt like a privileged visitor to another world. But what I began to discover that day was my own sweet blue planet, a world breathtakingly alien, startling, and wondrous. A place where, after half a century of life on this earth, much of it as a naturalist, I would at last feel fully at home. Athena's lead keeper isn't in. My heart sinks. Not just anyone can open up the octopus tank, and for good reason. A giant Pacific octopus, the largest of the world's 250 or so octopus species, can easily overpower a person. Just one of a big male's 3-inch diameter suckers can lift 30 pounds, and a giant Pacific octopus has 1,600 of them. An octopus bite can inject a neurotoxic venom as well as saliva that has the ability to dissolve flesh. Worst of all, an octopus can take the opportunity to escape from an open tank, and an escaped octopus is a big problem for both the octopus and the aquarium. Happily, another aquarist, Scott Dowd, will help me. A big guy in his early 40s with a silvery beard and twinkling blue eyes, Scott is the senior aquarist for the freshwater gallery, which is down the hall from Cold Marine, where Athena lives. Scott first came to the aquarium as a baby in diapers on its opening day, June 20, 1969, and basically never left. He knows almost every animal in the aquarium personally. Athena is about 2.5 years old and weighs roughly 40 pounds, Scott explains as he lifts the heavy lid covering her tank. I mount the 3 short steps of a small movable stair and lean over to see. She stretches about 5 feet long. Her head, by head I mean both the actual head and the mantle or body, because that's where we mammals expect an animal's head to be, is about the size of a small watermelon. Or at least a honeydew, says Scott. When she first came, it was the size of a grapefruit. The giant Pacific octopus is one of the fastest-growing animals on the planet. Hatching from an egg the size of a grain of rice, one can grow both longer and heavier than a man in 3 years. By the time Scott has propped open the tank cover, Athena has already oozed from the far corner of her 560-gallon tank to investigate us. Holding to the corner with 2 arms, she unfurls the others, her whole body red with excitement, and reaches to the surface. Her white suckers face up, like the palm of a person reaching out for a handshake. "May I touch her?" I ask Scott. "Sure," he says. I take off my wristwatch, remove my scarf, roll up my sleeves, and plunge both arms elbow deep into the shockingly cold 47-degree water. Twisting, gelatinous, her arms boil up from the water, reaching for mine. Instantly, both my hands and forearms are engulfed by dozens of soft, questing suckers. Not everyone would like this. The naturalist and explorer William Beebe found the touch of the octopus repulsive. "I always have a struggle before I can make my hands do their duty and seize a tentacle," he confessed. Victor Hugo imagined such an event as an unmitigated horror leading to certain doom. "The specter lies upon you. The tiger can only devour you, but the devilfish, horrible, sucks your lifeblood away," he wrote in Toilers of the Sea. "The muscles swell, the fibers of the body are contorted, the skin cracks under the loathsome oppression, the blood spurts out and mingles horribly with the lymph of the monster, which clings to the victim with innumerable, hideous mouths." Fear of the octopus lies deep in the human psyche. "No animal is more savage in causing the death of man in the water," Pliny the Elder wrote in Naturalis Historia circa AD 79, "for it struggles with him by coiling around him, and it swallows him with sucker caps and drags him asunder." But Athena's suction is gentle, though insistent. It pulls me like an alien's kiss. Her melon-sized head bobs to the surface, and her left eye, octopuses have a dominant eye as people have dominant hands, swivels in its socket to meet mine.